Hey bike people, let's make another video looking at Facebook bike ads, and especially ones with hilariously overpriced bikes. And today we're going to start with this one, which is advertised as Dead Stock Raleigh Marathon 12-speed touring bicycle, new old stock for $495. There's so many things about this ad that I love. One is that their featured picture is this one, this blurry close-up of the Raleigh 502 frame sticker, which really reveals how truly not dead stock or new old stock this is, because you can literally see cobwebs and dirt. So let's see. Here you go. And this is what the bike looks like. And I think that there's so much wrong with this ad. Number one, this isn't dead stock. To me, dead stock is when you find an unopened box from the 70s in the basement of a bike shop. This clearly was not that. I mean, this bike was assembled. I wouldn't even call this new old stock. And if you look at this, I mean, obviously it shows the sign of all of the decades that have gone by. There's grime, there's cobwebs, there's dust, there's dirt. There's oxidation. I mean, you can't even see the Suntour logo on the rear derailleur because of all the dirt. And this has the bike store sticker, so the bike store assembled this, and this was for sale and it was sold. So that also seems a little bit odd to call this new old stock. It's also not a touring bike. This is a mixed, and this is one of those things where saying that you have new old stock original tires is probably not a selling point. But basically, what I find funny about this is this is kind of the condition that you find 75-80% of the vintage bikes in, which is somebody bought it, probably rode a couple miles, put it in their basement or their attic or garage and forgot about it, and now they're trying to sell it. So if this is dead stock, new old stock, then practically all of the bikes that I sell are dead stock, new old stock, and I don't think that that's true, and I don't think this is worth $495. But this is hilarious, and I just kind of love how precious this seller thinks the bike is. So good on you and good luck with that one. The next bike I want to take a look at is, this one's interesting. So it's only $50. What I think is kind of funny about this is the description. The Giant rides too, but needs shifters. I think that they mean that this bike actually rides, and it does need shifters and a chain, and they're asking for $50. And so when you look closely at this, it definitely does need a shifter for the rear derailleur, but it also needs a chain. It looks like it's going to need a pedal, and it also looks like it's going to need a seat and the seat post binder. It's going to need the rest of that seat post collar, and yeah, I mean it needs a lot, and I don't know how you can say that this rides. I mean, I guess it rides in the sense that it'll roll, it'll conform to the laws of physics, but it's going to be really really uncomfortable to take a test ride on that, and you're only going to be able to pedal with one foot and go downhill. So I think that this is an awesome bike for $50. The next one that I think is pretty hilarious. Well, this one's really interesting. This is a 1980s Giant Iguana black chrome finish. I'm in no rush to sell. I love that, because when you come out the gate with that, you're just I have zero F's to give. Just got done cleaning it up. Bike's been barely ridden. Front rim has no brake wear. The back rim has minimal brake wear. Seat is not original. Has a full Suntour group set. I hope the seat's not original, because it looks like it's wearing a condom, and it's all torn up. This bike is in good shape. I mean, no doubt about it. And I really love that smoked black chrome finish. It's nice. I like it. I think this is a great bike. I'm glad this is out there and getting back on the market. I don't see anything wrong with it except the price. I mean, the $500 is a little bit crazy for this, and for that price, at least throw a brick saddle on there. But it's a nice bike. All right, I think I've got one more to show. This one's a pretty expensive bike for what it is. This is a Raleigh Sprite 27 rebuilt, and the owner of this describes the work that they did, which is that they completely took it apart, cleaned it up, built it again. They repacked all the bearings, including the freewheel, which that's impressive. Like if you disassemble a freewheel and repack it with lube, that's awesome. They serviced the derailleur. They have a new chain, pedal bearing service, hub serviced. They flipped the handlebars. They put on new Panaracer tires. They said different saddle than on the first photo, which is kind of like that's kind of an important point because that's a Brooks, I think it's a B17. This is, I think it's a really nice looking bike, and I actually really like what they did on it. I think the Panaracer is probably the best tire you can get for a 27. I guess they could have changed the brake pads, but I don't want to be too picky. I've done the same thing with these cotter cranks, which is to convert to a single speed front chainring, and it's cool that they went and repacked the bearings in the front hub. The paint's looking really good. It's a nice looking bike there. You see the Veta saddle they put on it. I like what they did with that Sinelli grip tape. It's pretty good. I mean, it's definitely, I think that if you were to calculate the time that they spent working on this bike, it's probably up there. But the reality is, like, the Raleigh Sprite was the bottom of the barrel, and here's an example of one for $20. And I've got this bookmark just because if that yellow thing sells, I'm gonna be like speeding to pick this up and flip those handlebars over. I don't think it will, but it's a nice bike, and I gotta say, like, this person took a nice photograph. I like this. I don't want to sound like I'm clowning on all of these guys. I think that the ads are fine. I think a lot of times people do this because they don't know about bikes. Some of them do, and some of them know what the value of their time. But I thought that this would be a fun little video to share with you all, and hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below.